Karpathy helped build OpenAI, worked on Tesla Autopilot, and gave us the phrase vibe coding. So, when he says software changed again, I pay attention. His example is a restaurant menu. He built an app that takes a photo of the menu and adds pictures next to the dishes. Then he realized Gemini could do much of that directly from the same photo and one sentence. He calls this software 3.0.
But the useful lesson is not apps are dead. The useful lesson is AI changed what software is worth building.
In the next few minutes, I want to give you a filter for this. What should be direct AI? What should be actual software? And what still needs a human check? Because if you get this wrong, you waste time building wrappers AI can already replace. Or you trust a prompt where you needed a system. Near the end of the interview, Karpathy says the line that explains the whole shift.
You can outsource your thinking, but you can't outsource your understanding.
That sounds abstract right now. So first, the menu example. The app was called MenuGen. The problem was normal. You sit down at a restaurant, the menu has no pictures, you don't know what half the dishes look like. So the app lets you upload a photo, it reads the dish names, it generates pictures, then it gives you a better menu. That is the old software instinct. There is a problem, so we build a tool around it. But the software 3.0 version is smaller. Take the photo, give it to Gemini, ask it to add pictures onto the menu, and the AI handles much of the job directly. Not perfectly, not always, but enough to change the question. The question is no longer, can I build this? The question is, does this still need to be software? That is the shift. Here is the simple version. Software 1.0 was code, a person wrote the rules. If this happens, do that. Software 2.0 was training. You gave a model examples and it learned patterns. Software 3.0 is different. You give AI a goal, context, files, screenshots, and sometimes tools. Then it figures out more of the steps. So, software is not only something you click anymore. Sometimes software is something you describe, and this is not only about apps. It affects features, workflows, internal tools, customer support, operations, and the software a business decides to buy. The lazy lesson is coding is dead, apps are dead, just prompt everything.
Personally, I don't think that's true.
Some software will shrink. A basic wrapper around an AI model may not be worth much anymore. A tool that only takes your input, sends it to AI, and shows the answer is easier to replace. But real work has more than input and output. It has memory, rules, private information, approvals, payments, edge cases, and trust. That is where software still matters. So, the new advantage is not building more things. It is knowing what kind of thing you're actually building. Before you build, buy, or add AI to something, ask 3 questions. First, what is the real job? Not, I need an AI app. What does the person actually need done? In MenuGen, the job was not to use an app. The job was to understand the food. Second, what can AI do directly now? If a prompt, file, screenshot, or voice note gets most of the answer, maybe you don't need a full tool yet. Third, what needs a system or a human check? If the work needs memory, rules, permissions, a database, a handoff, or a way to verify mistakes, then a prompt is not enough. That is the filter: job, direct AI, system, or human check. It saves you from 2 bad decisions: building software that should have been a prompt and trusting a prompt when you actually needed a system.
If a small clinic asked me to add AI to their appointment flow, I wouldn't start by choosing a chatbot tool.
I would start by mapping the work: patient questions, safe answers, calendar access, private information, and human handoff. Then the split becomes clearer. Direct AI can draft from approved information. Software handles the calendar, tracking, records, and handoff. Humans stay close to medical, sensitive, or unverifiable work. Now, AI is not just pasted on top of the business, it has a real place, and the business knows where it should stop. That is Software 3.0 as a practical skill, not because the tool is fancy, but because you understand the work well enough to decide what belongs where. Now, Karpathy's line is not motivational. It is practical. You can outsource your thinking, but you can't outsource your understanding. AI can help produce the work, but it doesn't know what matters for your business. Karpathy gives another well-known example. You want to wash your car. The car wash is 50 meters away. Should you drive or walk? Some models say walk because 50 meters is close, but you are going to wash your car. You need the car. That is the danger. AI can be useful and still miss the one detail that matters. So, before you use it for important work, ask, can I check if this is right? If you can check it, AI can do more. If you can't check it, keep a human closer. Software 3.0 is not just a new name for prompting. It changes the build decision. Before you choose the tool, use the filter, job, direct AI, system, or human check. That is how you avoid wasting time. That is how you avoid buying the wrong thing. And that is how you use AI without handing it work you don't understand.
Because Software 3.0 doesn't remove understanding, it rewards it. If this helped you think more clearly about AI, like the video and subscribe. Understand first, then save hours, not the other way around.